Good morning, friends and family. Welcome once again to Coffee Conversations with Stephan, Koffie Klets with Stephan. Please relax, sit down as you watch this little video and as we spend a little bit of time together around the Word of God. So yesterday we started looking at the concept of loving one another. And in 1 John chapter 4, it says this, verse 21, whoever loves God must also love his brother. Okay, it's a very important concept. We're looking at how do we love one another? And I want to say you can't. You can't do it this out of your own. You can only do this when you have Jesus Christ. There is nothing in this world that binds us together like Jesus Christ. I want to read a quick thing from Dietrich Bonhoeffer. So he said this: Christianity means community through Jesus and in Jesus Christ. No Christian community is more or less than this. We belong to one another only through and in Jesus Christ. There can be no other basis of unity. For any other basis, whether it's ethnic, political, ideological, educational, economic, always ends up giving an advantage to one group over another. Now Christians can live with one another in peace. They can love and serve one another. They can become one, but they can continue to do so only by way of Jesus Christ. Only in Jesus Christ are we one. Only through him are we bound together. To eternity, he remains the mediator. Political affiliation, musical preferences, national identity, and religious backgrounds have no role to play in the church. It continues to say, whether you affiliate with the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, in South Africa it's a bit different, whether we prefer traditional music or contemporary music, whether we admire Martin Luther King or even Ronald Reagan or whoever else you admire, is all of secondary importance. It is Jesus Christ alone who creates unity. He binds believers together. He who reconciles sinners to himself and to each other. Jesus draws believers together in him. I just want to make that point again, that it's only in Jesus Christ that we can love one another. So this love, to love, it means to speak of a love that is awakened by a sense of value in an object. So all of a sudden you start seeing the value of human life around you. You start loving people that you've never loved and you would have never loved. You know, church is just to those ragtag bunch of people coming together, but there's a commonality. Jesus Christ is the center of everything. That's why we come together. I would say 90% of the church would never meet together outside of Christ. But inside of Christ, we have a common unity. Okay. The object that causes us, to come together is Christ. It springs from an apprehension, this kind of love, of the preciousness of that object. It is a love of esteem and appreciation. We esteem this person. We lift them up higher than ourselves. That is what it means to love one another, truly, to love your brother. The quality of this love is determined by the character of the one who loves and that of the object loved. While this quality of love is not devoid of feeling, it does not depend on feeling. It's not how I feel. I come to church, I feel like loving you. No, we love because Christ loved us first. That is the reason why we love. So the end of the matter is this: loving God and loving others is a packaged deal. We can't say we love God and we don't love his people. It's a packaged deal. It's like you can't have one with the other. It's like a little girl, that's got this rag doll, and you love the little girl, but she loves her little rag doll. This little rag doll becomes even more raggedy. It just becomes dirtier by the day. But you can't separate the two. You've got to love both of them because they come as a package deal. So There is a natural and there is a logical kind of loving that loves lovely things and lovely people. That is logical. But there is another kind of love that doesn't love for value and in what it loves, but that creates value in what it loves. Okay, so it's a very important aspect this morning. So look at people through a different lens. When you have Jesus in your heart, you look at people way differently. Paul writes, he says, I don't esteem people after the flesh anymore. I esteem them after the Spirit. And tomorrow morning, I want to look at this word brother. Who is your brother? Who is that person that, is it maybe your neighbor? Who is this person that we need to love? Love one another. This is a new commandment that God has given us. To love God and love his people. That is the sum total of what the law is. So go love somebody. Go show love to somebody. Because it's not just a feeling. It's actually an active thing. We need to love one another as Christ has loved us. I hope this makes sense a little bit. Didn't want to get too technical this morning, but I want to stress the point that we need to love one another. Bless you. Have a great day.